So this is an example of the caches. So this, if you look at this figure, this is an example of Skylake dual core CPU. That means it's having two core processors. This is one core 1 and core 2. And so on core 1, as we are saying that there are registers, the general purpose registers and special purpose registers. They are on this core only. Let us talk about the blue area. Then L1 cache memory, that is separated into two parts. One is L1 data memory and L1 instruction memory. Then the level 2 cache memory, that is also on the die. As the size is increasing, the L3 cache is outside this core die, but it is surrounded to the core processor. So if we go and look into the details, means if we focus inside the CPU core, you find the executional units. So what are the executional units? In the pipeline data path design, we have observed that the main components are like the register file, sign extender, program counter, instruction memory, data memory, adders, and arithmetic and logic unit. So in the execution state, the major functional unit is ALU unit. So for that, ALU requires two operands, two inputs to perform the requested operation. So that is the core process. So for getting input for the ALU, how fastly it is accessing the data from the memory is called its memory access time, or also we named it as latency. So that latency depends upon the bandwidth. As the memory unit is closer to this execution unit, their bandwidth is more than the memory units which are bit away from these functional units, because the travel distance is more, and as away the bandwidth is reduced. As size of memory increase, that those memory units will be far away from the execution unit and their bandwidth is gradually decreased. So in this example, if you take the typical size, okay, of this, so let us see this as the memory size, the type of the memory is registered. For the simple, this is an example, but this table is very important. The memory hierarchy spaces. For register, they are closer to the execution unit, so their bandwidth is high. And accessing data, that is the latency time, access time is 1 nanosecond. And the capacity of these registers is 2 kilobytes for the normal computers. Then L1 cache, the bandwidth is 100 gigabits per second, and accessing data, that is latency time, is 4 nanoseconds. The capacity is typically 64 kilobytes, as discussed. Then L2 cache, that is bulk in size or huge in size compared to L1, that is the capacity, maximum capacity is 8 MB for normal computers. And it is bit far away from the ALU unit. Its bandwidth is 50 gigabits per second, so its latency time is 10 nanoseconds. Then L3 cache, that is maximum capacity is 64 megabytes. Latency time is 20 nanoseconds. And for accessing the data from memory, it is 100 nanoseconds, the access time or latency time, because the bandwidth is low, because this memory is outside the CPU unit. So, like that, keep on going on. So, as the size of the capacity increase, the bandwidth is decreasing. As bandwidth decreasing, the latency time is increasing from nanoseconds to milliseconds, isn't it? So this is the motivation. Then how to design a small memory unit so that its latency time is less. So the response time of CPU will be less, so that performance will be high.